Alright, man, I think I finally finished 𝐼𝐶 Archon quest. Since now it says Chapter 4, Act 1, I think I can finally go to Fontaine. And I got the 𝐼𝐸, who's supposed to be the new Archon for that region. Let's go. That way. Although she's not max level. She's only 70 because I gotta wait for a couple days for the material.
The first time we came here. Oh, Paimon remembers! Nahita's consciousness had been trapped by the doctor, but we followed the clues she left behind to help her.
Yeah, that only happened like a few days ago for me.
So much time has already passed since then. And it seems
not really.
Sumeru's changing for the better now that Nahita's in charge, right? Paimon just hopes this peace will last a long time, and then Nahita won't have any more new problems to deal with.
It's hard to say what will happen.
Yeah, guess you're right. We somehow always find ourselves right in the thick of it. Who knows what will happen next? Come to think of it, maybe it's all because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble.
Thanks, man. I was just thinking that you might be the problem, Paimon.
Huh? Me? Before Paimon ran into you, Paimon never ran into any trouble. At most, when she was super tired, Paimon got caught in some strange whirlpool and sucked out into sea. And even then, you fished Paimon out. Anyway, for Nahita's sake, maybe we should think about heading to our next destination for now.
Alright, finally, Fontaine.
Ah, look who it is. Running into you in a place like this.
It's our big sister.
You two still love wandering around.
Oh, it's Dia! Since when are we just wandering around? We're usually taking care of some serious business. Even though it may have nothing to do with our journey. But never mind that. What brings you here?
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. Nothing too interesting.
It sucks they never buffed her.
Of goods. I'm on my way to report back.
Like, damn, man. Even with the amount of people who were complaining about her,
That's when I saw you two all the way
kit,
over there.
I guess.
Chatting
like
away.
how she plays, and it was
What
that
were you
bad.
two talking about anyway?
We're going to Fontaine.
Huh? You serious? Can't say I saw that coming. But you are travelers after all. I guess you'd never stay for too long in one place.
I mean, we could always come back.
Bumping into you like this will become a rarity. I'm starting to feel sad just thinking about it. Hey, how about I gather a few mercs to escort you two? What do you say?
Thanks, but no need. Oh, Paimon had no clue you'd miss us so much. But don't worry, we'll come back to see everyone when we get a chance.
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways.
Yeah, I already got
Knowing you two,
a lot of
I'm sure it won't be anything you can't
waypoints in the
handle.
region.
So, when are you leaving?
I have played this game super weird. Like, I had all of 𝐼𝐸 unlocked by the time I actually did the Archon quest. I guess we'll leave as soon as we're finished with a few more preparations.
Oh, wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few dishes in 𝐼𝐸 that Paimon hasn't tried yet. Now, where's that list Paimon made?
Are you from Fontaine?
I see. Guess you won't be needing a going away party or anything. It's sad enough to see you go like this. Though, now that I think about it, 𝐼𝐸 wouldn't be what it is today without you. Seems true heroes always prefer leaving quietly.
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahita?
She'll know from our dreams anyway.
Oh, good point. Then there's no need to bother her in the real world.
Then, I guess this is goodbye for now, Traveler and Paimon. Whether as a client or a friend, you're always welcome to come find me.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, Dia. Bye-bye, 𝐼𝐸.
I mean, we'll see her again. She's a 5-star, so she probably has a story quest I gotta do. You approach the border with Fontaine. Oh shit, literally just teleports me here. Okay. I guess the first time I came here, there was a cutscene us looking down there. But I guess it's not a thing since, well, I've been here. I could just teleport here and then jump down, right? Also, I'm interested in how this team will work since, from what I messed around with, Farina is, she takes your party's HP. So you're supposed to use her with a healer, from what I can gather. But I don't have a healer. Well, like in my party right now. I'm wondering if, would it still work out or not. Is it you guys?
Whew. After crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it. Oh, this must be Fontaine's port.
It's pretty.
Wow. Everything looks so advanced in Fontaine. Paimon's heard that the industry here is extremely developed, and there are all kinds of unusual machines.
It's even more impressive than I expected.
Just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better if we found something to do.
Oh, maybe I'll know more about those weird slug people. Let's start by meeting the Hycron? What? Hydro Archon.
Good idea. Nahida gave us loads of useful information.
Yeah, she says she was weird.
Seeking out the Seven is probably still our best source for information at this point.
Also, to find my sister.
Yeah, the more we can learn, the better. So, what do you think the Hydro Archon's like? Will we get along? Nahida said that she has a very unique personality, whatever that means. To learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the party.
I was right next to them. Why am I on the other side of the barrier?
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him.
That voice does not
Clearly,
match
he was a pretty
his
decent
model.
person.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it never happened. Still, his story is quite the tearjerker.
Excuse me. Can I help you two? I couldn't help but notice you standing here listening.
Oh, it's the cat girl that you get for free.
We're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something we wanted to ask, but you seem to be really busy talking about some kind of play, so we didn't want to interrupt.
Play? Oh, no. We're talking about something that really happened. In fact, it's a case that was just heard a few days ago.
Really? Like, a real trial? But the way you were talking about it and the words you used just now made it sound like some kind of story.
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? And what you see in reality may also be someone deliberately putting on an act while harboring ulterior motives. Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out on the stage is splendid enough. Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclese, or more commonly known as just the Opera House.
Okay, so their court is their opera house?
But, shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that? Not to question Fontaine's way of doing things. It's just that putting someone on trial is usually a very serious thing.
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste the moving stories behind those cases.
Huh.
And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice Neuvillette. As well
I have
as
him.
the Oratrice Mécanique
He's
d'Analyse
cool.
Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon. Between the machine and the Chief Justice, false charges and injustice are a thing of the past now.
A judgment device created by the Archon?
Pure trees? Is it some kind of machine too? Oh, Paimon's curious. We should check it out if we get the chance.
I did not know people could join your world while you're in
Wait,
like doing the
I
story.
forgot to ask you our question. Do you know what we should do if we want to meet the Hydro Archon?
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady 𝐼𝐸𝐼𝐸 practically lives there. You could definitely say it's her biggest passion.
I think what they mean is that they wish to speak with the Archon personally. In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and it'll depend on whether or not she has any time slots available.
She's that busy.
Huh. Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of official stuff? Wait, didn't you say that she's always at the Opera House?
No. Lady 𝐼𝐸𝐼𝐸 seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs. The reason it's difficult to make an appointment is simply because she's incredibly popular.
That's right. After all, she
Oh, there's
is
the slug
Archon.
person.
Though she may tend to get a little dramatic from time to time, people can't get enough
Why
of
don't they
her.
walk? They just skip.
First time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon being described that way before. Wait! Paimon gets now! The Hydro Archon is kinda like a big celebrity here, right?
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. Perhaps you could even say our mascot.
Hang
What
on.
the hell?
This is still Fontaine's Archon you're talking about. You should show some more respect.
Yeah, isn't this your
Yes,
guy's
you're
god?
right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of visitors. Otherwise, I might get arrested and find myself face to face with Monsieur Neuvillette.
Come on. Sure, there's a lot of laws here, but nobody's going to be arrested for saying something disrespectful about the Hydro Archon.
I forgot, yeah. You don't have a choice in this game. This is just one sentence I could pick, isn't it? Seems the people at Fontaine really like the Hydro Archon, but they don't appear to revere her.
Alright, I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon at the Opera House. But who knows how long making an appointment will take? Guess we could have a look around the city in the meantime. Hey! What are you looking over there for?
Am I staring at a slug person? The cat, yeah. There's a girl over there. She's been standing alone for quite some time. I guess I might as well just read both,
Maybe
since
something's
it's
the matter.
just the same sentence.
She isn't going to jump into the water, is she?
Don't jump!
Maybe we better go check on her.
You've got so much to live for, stranger. I don't know, personally. Chapter 4. Wow, the water is so loud.
Hello there. Excuse me. Are you alright?
Huh? I'm fine. Thanks.
Oh, okay then. We just noticed that you seem to be worried about something.
About many things, actually. But there's nothing I can do but just keep my troubles to myself. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids. It was just atop that hill over there. See?
I think.
You're pointing at the sea. Wait, are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
Maybe they're mermaids. Or a fantastical race from Fontaine.
No people call the waters around Fontaine a sea. It's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh water. And no, I can still see that hill clearly in my memories. Now, it's been completely submerged. We would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. The sun shone brightly, and the air was filled with the scent of the sea. But now, the water is gradually swallowing our memories. It won't be long before it swallows us.
Sorry. Paimon doesn't really get what you mean.
I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
Oh, and you are?
You're the 5-star.
Thanks for looking.
How come the
after
brother's
my
is the
sister.
5-star, but
She
the
often
sister's a
comes here to
4-star?
Reminisce about our childhood. That's all. There's no need for any concern. Allow me to introduce myself.
It's because he has a hat.
I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine. We were just talking with your sister.
How come everyone who
didn't
meets
really
us
get what she
never
was
questions
saying.
Paimon? There's no one in this world that's like
It's
her, right?
unusual
Why don't
for
they
Lynette to
ask
be
more
so
about her?
willing to talk with anyone. In fact, she seldom speaks at all. I'm usually the only one she ever talks to.
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us! Paimon's always the one talking for some reason.
Yeah, because this game doesn't want me to make choices. There's hardly anything left for me to say with you around, Paimon, because you always steal all my lines.
So that's how you think it is?
I guess.
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
Oh, damn.
Seems you were right, Paimon. We are quite similar.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories, and that it won't be long before it engulfs you too?
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy that's been circulating in Fontaine for some time now. Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. There's no doubt about what's happening in Fontaine now.
What is it?
Where to begin?
Uh-huh.
Let's put that question on hold for a moment. We still haven't formally greeted each other yet, have we?
I thought we did.
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
Hello, traveler.
Hi. Hello, Linny. It's a pleasure to meet you.
And hello, Paimon.
Hey! Why didn't Paimon get a handshake? You're not poking fun at Paimon, are you?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine when making new friends. You should remember it. It might prove useful.
Oh.
Foreshadowing.
Right then.
What?
Well, Paimon's just happy to have a local friend now. By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the 𝐅𝐨𝐧𝐭𝐚𝐢𝐧𝐿. Would you be able to show us the way?
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at
Farina.
all. In fact, I was planning to go to the Opera House later myself. I'll gladly take you once I finish things here. Please, follow me.
I just realized as soon as I finish Fontaine, I guess I could finally do the story for Neuvillette and Farina. Come on.
You said you were going to see Lady Farina? Well, it seems Lady Farina has come to see you.
Cool. That's not her. Who the heck is she? Oh shit, it actually is her. Yeah, wow. Well, that was easy.
So, she's the 𝐅𝐴𝐧𝐭𝐚𝐢𝐧𝐿? But how did she know we were looking for her?
I don't know, they're gods or
My dear
something.
people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all. Raise your glasses in celebration. If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu. As you can all see, two unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and his companion, who have journeyed here from distant lands.
It did take us a while to get here.
Is she talking about us?
Yeah, who else? Nobody here seems to be holding the glass.
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you left in your wake as you visited other nations, but I welcome you nevertheless. No, I have come to receive you personally. Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest assured, I see clearly your sincerity. Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold my power and witness my authority. Intelligent people always gather under the correct banner. I, 𝙰𝐶𝚄𝚰, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro.
Okay.
And acknowledge the value and significance of your trip. Now, you may rejoice in this.
That was easy.
Yeah, Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes. But the Hydro Archon's entrance was, how should Paimon describe it? A little over the top? Miss Hydro Archon? How did you know we were coming?
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. Don't forget that even the gods can be divided into the mediocre and the excellent. I suppose.
So which
it's only
Archon's
natural
mediocre?
For you to be awestruck by
Is it
my
Venti?
abilities. You have
He's always
best
drinking.
Stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god?
Oh, it's this person.
All it takes
Oh,
is a flip of my
Genshin.
finger for me to know everything about you.
Whoa, talk about sounding high and mighty.
Feels like she can't get over herself. She heard that?
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony still isn't enough? What else should I say then?
Is she waiting for us to start talking?
That's gonna be a problem since I can't.
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady 𝙰𝐿𝐼𝐼 here. What a surprise! Wait, does this mean they're the legendary blonde traveler? How did I not notice before?
That's how you spell blonde?
Hey,
I thought it was
what's all
with
the
an E.
commotion? Oh, is that Lady 𝙰𝐼𝐼? Is there some kind of drama going on?
Of course. That's the blonde traveler. The one all those stories are about. Lady 𝙰𝐼𝐼 came here to personally see him. Oh, I bet this is gonna be the duel of the century.
The hell? We're gonna
Ooh,
fight?
I've got to see this. I knew Lady 𝙰𝐼𝐼 would never disappoint.
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers and spectators alike tend to get quite rowdy, and despite the noise, I've come to tolerate all their ruckus. You may consider
Man, even in
this
Fontaine,
my
the lip sync
reward
isn't that
to
great, huh?
all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between myself and this traveler from another land, just as you were hoping to see.
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Sure, why not? I wanna know her.
Are you not afraid? Might I remind you that this is a duel against the divine?
I mean, we fought a couple gods
What are you
already.
trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
Chlorindine?
Stand
Chlorind?
down, Chlorinde.
Oh,
I
Chlorinde.
admire his bravery. Few have the courage to draw their sword against a god. He is obviously a true warrior. Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled, and a mere duel will not slake their thirst for excitement.
Then go into your god
Yeah,
form or
she's
whatever.
right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
On Araneus, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor. They're getting a bit old, to tell the truth.
You see. Then, as the god of justice, I shall face this traveler in another kind of duel. A duel in court!
Whoa, all right. Now that'll be worth seeing.
Right. This is Fontaine, after all. It's such a grand opera.
Why would I
house.
wanna
It'd be
do
a
this,
pity
though?
Not to use it.
What?
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent a little too much time in the opera house. Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
We literally just got here.
Oh, we have reason to put you on trial. It's obvious, isn't it?
No.
According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month.
What kind of fucking law is that? What?
Guilty of violating this law, no?
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong. That's our Lady Farina. No one knows the laws of Fontaine like she does.
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait, flying object? You mean Paimon?
Precisely! Now, if you two have no objections, then in the name of the Hydro Archon, I order your arrest.
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil the fun, but if you would allow me to interject, I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a flying object.
You tell her, Linny! Finally someone who's not crazy. How could anyone call Paimon a flying object?
Ah, great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object, but how exactly do you plan to prove your claim?
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should shoulder the responsibility of saving the show. So, with such an audience gathered here, allow me to perform a trick for everyone.
Are you gonna make her walk? Oh, there's your vision. What the hell? Oh.
Ta-da!
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did Linny do that?
When Linny patted you on the back. Oh, what is this, a leash? Oh, I just realized it's like
As you
sepia
can all
film
clearly
grain.
see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon. This rope has been in the Traveler's hand all along. It was just that no one could see it before.
Huh? You call that magic? You've got to be joking.
I thought it was pretty good. Nice one.
Huh. I'm not sure what to think. It seems Lady Farina's charges no longer hold water.
Cause it's the water region.
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny. Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy. With you here, today's performance can finally be called complete.
Performance? You see all this as a performance?
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The God of Justice will not bring charges against an innocent person. But when there are valid grounds, I will not only judge travelers from abroad, but even the gods of other lands.
Yeah, I'd like to see you try that with the Raiden Shogun.
I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr. Linny.
I mean,
and
according to
Mr.
Pokemon,
Net.
she should
That's
beat you
enough for
easily.
now. Toodaloo!
Alright, bye-bye then. No, but I wanted to know more about chlorine, whatever her name is.
And just like that, she's gone. Well, that's the most unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen. You never even had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon. That whole scene just now was really...
Thanks for bailing us out, Linny. Did you know what was gonna happen?
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation, just in case. I didn't think it would actually come in handy. So, Now do you see what kind of god Lady Farina is?
I
She
guess.
can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Yeah, confusing is a good way to put it. Is she really that reasonable?
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a magician, Linny. It sounded like you'll be performing at the opera
He has
house,
the
right?
hat. What? How can you
I
not
just know
tell?
a few simple tricks I use to make a living. Lynette is my assistant. It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine, the Opera House.
But isn't the opera house where criminal trials are held in Fontaine?
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. To the people of Fontaine, the line between a trial and a performance can be a little blurred. And speaking of performances, I would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate. Might I invite the two of you to see my performance?
Sure, man.
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
I mean, you saved us.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to the opera house anyway.
Let's go.
Splendid. In that case, why don't we go together? I'll show you the way. I just have something to take care of first.
Any way I can help?
You really mean it? Then I'll take you up on your offer. This is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you can help me distribute them to the people here.
It's a bag.
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
About that... You asked me before about the prophecy, right? Let me start by telling you a little more about what it entails. I'm not sure exactly when it began, but a prophecy has been circulating around Fontaine. It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the Nation of Justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be absolved. Until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned. In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the 𝐼𝐸𝐺𝐴 will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
That sounds pretty gloomy. Why are people in Fontaine born with sin? What is that supposed to mean?
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred its wrath. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first 𝐼𝐸𝐺𝐴's warnings and offended Celestia.
I mean, that's
But
happened
here in
before, I guess.
Fontaine, evidence is
With
what matters.
𝐼𝐸𝐺𝐴.
There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these claims, so they can only be regarded as conjecture.
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed, wouldn't it be better just to ignore the prophecy completely? Why bother feeling guilty all the time?
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started rising.
But now the water is engulfing our memories. It won't be long before it engulfs us.
Many places have already been completely submerged, and now lie beneath the sea.
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think that the people of Fontaine shouldn't ignore the possibility, which would end up sentencing them to death. We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, we've started distributing magic pockets to them.
Oh, like put all their stuff
As a
in?
magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity.
It's like
I'm
that
sure they will
that
come
pouch
handy
in
when people are
Baldur's
moving
Gate.
their belongings.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's like preparing for a rainy day! But this is more than a bit of rain.
If the prophecy is true, then is there no way to prevent the disaster?
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. But who knows? We're just tiny specks in the grand scheme of things. Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone nearby. Be sure to convince them to take it, regardless of what they say.
Okay. Here? Man, it is so loud.
What's this? Ah, so you also believe in the prophecy. Keep it. I won't have any use for it.
What? You mean you don't believe in the prophecy?
No, I believe in the prophecy. But I also believe in another story.
Uh-huh.
The story says that people once lived in the ocean. They were one with the ocean and couldn't live apart from it. But as time wore on, people desired to live on land and developed blood vessels, encapsulating the sea within their bodies. Thus could people set foot on land. So, if you ask me, when the water rises and takes us all, it'll be like we're going home.
Oh, we hadn't heard that one before. But people can't live underwater. They'll die. You should probably still take it.
Can they not breathe underwater?
All right, I'll take it.
Well, I don't know why, but like...
I guess I just feel that being dissolved into the water doesn't necessarily mean death.
In Fontaine, this is like the only area where you could actually be underwater. Like, further in the map. Like, yeah, this water. And there was no oxygen thing, unless we have a power that regular people don't.
So you're the blonde traveler that everyone's been talking about. My apologies for not recognizing you earlier.
I don't care. Take this bag.
Oh, a magic pocket? Seems you really thought of everything. I guess it's better to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. Thanks. Please, also thank the magician on my behalf when you get the chance.
That was easy. Alright, just one more, right? Where's the... I thought there was a slug person here. Guess she's on break.
Huh?
Or he.
I don't want that thing. Way I see it, if the prophecy's true, it's still gonna be a long time before the water can cover everything. Life is all about living in the moment. What use is there in worrying about the future all the time? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
You should still take it. You never know when it'll come in handy.
I mean, why not? We're not asking for money, right?
Fine. Thanks. It's just that if I start moving, that means I've already given up on the life I have now. I'd really rather not.
Is that everyone? Yeah, talk to Linny.
Oh, you already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. So, what did people have to say? I bet you heard some, interesting opinions.
Many are quite stubborn.
Yes, but that will change once disaster strikes. I know they'll change their minds, so it's only right to help them prepare.
Is there anything else you need to do before we leave?
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a workshop in the court of Fontaine. Since we're out and about, I was thinking about bringing him some more materials.
So, you want to collect materials? Just tell us what the materials look like and we'll help. Many hands make light work.
Oh, that would be much appreciated. We'll need some Romaritime flowers. I remember seeing them near the waterfront on the east side of the harbor.
So it's like right here? Collect materials used to make magic pockets. Oh, these. I've seen these before, but underwater.
It seems we have to use Hydro to collect Romaritime flowers.
Can I just hit it? Yeah, hitting it does work. Oh, that was loud. I thought that was in the game for a second, but that's outside. Let me just collect a bit more just in case. Jesus, alright, man. You don't gotta keep honking. Hey, fellas, I got the flower.
You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced traveler. I've also finished collecting a few here. Maybe next time you'll feel like helping too, Lynette.
Does he have cat
No
ears?
way. I'm in power saving mode today.
Is he a cat
Otherwise,
boy?
I fear I may not have any energy left for the
Oh
performance
no,
at the
this
opera
reminded me
house.
of 14.
Fine. Though the performance is still a long way off. Now that we're finished here, we should get ready to head back to the Court of Fontaine.
So, we're going to the Court of Fontaine before we head to the Opera House? Good. Paimon wants a tour of Fontaine's largest city and try...
Okay. What the hell?
Wait, shh. Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
What about her?
Huh? What's wrong with her? Paimon didn't notice anything.
She's obviously a thief. Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert attention, and a distracted audience is one that won't discover what you're really doing. Watch her movements carefully.
She's a pickpocket.
Oh, he's right!
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. Perhaps we should split up. You two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape route if she tries to run.
Alright.
Alright, let's go.
I'll just teleport up there. Actually, let's just use the lift. I wonder if her clothes mean anything. Because she's also wearing that red and black, just like that one dude with the glasses who told the Archon about us. Oh my god, man, this is so long. I should have just teleported. This reminds me of the Mass Effect 1 elevator. Wasn't this high, was it?
This is the spot where Linny wanted us to wait.
I see a cat. Oh, there she is.
Oh, look! Isn't that her?
Get ready to stop her. Time to make the arrest.
Oh no! Did she notice us? She started running the other direction! What should we do? Should we chase her?
The rest is up to Linny.
You're right. She might also be trying to lure us away.
You wait, but there's no sign of the thief.
Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Linny caught the thief.
Let's go find Linny.
Yeah, let's go.
Is he below? No, he's not, thank God.
Are you sure that's all she took? You should check to make sure you're not missing anything else.
No, that was all. Oh, I can't thank you enough. I didn't notice a thing earlier. Anyway, I should be going now. Thanks again.
Bye-bye now.
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she stole on the ground. By the time I looked back, she was already gone.
I saw the general direction she went, but Linny twisted his ankle, and I needed to make sure he was okay.
That sucks.
Oh, did you get hurt, Linny?
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted ankle, that's all. In fact, it's feeling better already.
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt doing it. Imagine what would happen if you managed to derail our performance as a result.
You're right, you're right. Sorry, Lynette. I have to admit that the thief was even more skilled than I had anticipated. But at least we were able to get the stolen items back, so it wasn't a complete failure.
What a slippery little thief. Guess things turned out all right in the end, though. Linny's initiative paid off.
All right, let's put this little detour behind us. We should go to the Court of Fontaine now.
Hooray! Ride the aquabus to the Court of Fontaine. The hell is an aquabus? Is that thing? Isn't that just stairs?
So, we ride this thing to go into the city? What an ingenious way to get around! People in Fontaine really know how to use water.
This is an aqua bus.
Oh,
it
that
allows
looks
people
more better
to
now.
travel between
Yeah.
several key locations
It's a
around
ferry.
Fontaine. It's pretty convenient, but the ride can become a little dull after a while. The scenery is always the same. That's why it's better to travel with friends.
So you mean it's still boring even when I'm riding with you?
Oh damn.
No, that's not what I meant. It's just that, well, you don't really talk that much. Besides, it doesn't really feel like a real trip when it's just the two of us. It's the same as being at home.
Whatever.
You guys want us to leave?
That's what it's like to be an older brother.
It's about time for us to leave. Let's get on board.
But I could just teleport there. I have the waypoint. Oh, it's the new character. I have her. I was actually wondering about using her, but I don't know who I would switch. Because she's supposed to be a healer, I think.
Oh, excuse me. Aren't you the great magician Linny and his assistant Lynette?
Hello. I don't believe we've...
Cryo. The Bibble.
I'm Charlotte, a reporter for the Steambird.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh? We've often relied on your paper to promote our performances.
It's an honor to meet you.
Wait, could that be the legendary traveler who's been making headline after headline in their journey across Tibet?
Nah.
Amazing! You recognized everybody almost immediately! I wouldn't be much of a reporter if I didn't know who's who, would I? Wow, today must be my day! Who knew I would end up on the same boat as so many VIPs? Could my vision finally be showing me some favor? So, Charlotte, what do you usually report on? Well, when there isn't any breaking news, I mainly cover the trials at the Opera House. You can still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell things from a clever enough angle, even if it's the same old topics. For example, reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships.
That's
Or how
real.
a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days.
That's probably real. That would definitely get my attention.
That's fine and all, but what I'm really after is exclusive, sensational news pieces that could shake the country. These smaller stories are a waste of my talents. Oh, I just remembered. I've been following a case lately. Well, a series of cases, actually.
You mean the serial disappearances of young women case?
Jack the
That's
Ripper.
right. These stories are the talk of the town right now, and it's probably the most mysterious case we've ever seen. If I'm the first with a draft ready to publish when the case is finally cracked, and it's the headline story in the Steambird, oh, when that happens, I bet all the other reporters will shed tears of envy. I've already gathered all kinds of materials. I just can't wait for the truth to be revealed. So, what is the serial disappearances of young women case? You mean the culprit hasn't been found? That's right. The first missing girl case happened almost 20 years ago.
Damn.
And ever since, after a period of time, another girl disappears. What the cases have in common is that the girls are all of a similar age, and that they've all vanished without a trace. But the scariest part is that to this day, none of the girls have ever been found. Many suspects have been arrested over the years in connection with this case, but shortly after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen.
Then there must be more than one criminal at work? Or maybe there are copycat criminals?
Yes, it's possible. But either way, I believe that every case has some precise truth behind it, waiting to be exposed.
Yes, I agree. And at the very least, the family of those missing girls deserves some sort of explanation. I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly disappear. I'd pay any price to get her back, and then find a way to track down the culprit.
Oh.
Please don't imagine that, Linny.
Oh. Continue talking on the aqua bus, and before you know it, you arrive at your destination. way. Oh, a choir. It's all white. It's like Greece. Actually, it kind of is with the water and the white and blue. This music is very weird. To me, it makes me think it's in a Tim Burton movie.
Well, I really enjoyed chatting with you. Life should be full of pleasant little surprises like this. Yeah, us as well. The ride went by too quickly. I have an interview to get to. I should get going before I'm late. Okay. Paimon hopes we can chat again soon, Charlotte. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye now. Oh, be sure to stop by and see me at the Steambird when you have time. What a tough job. Always running around and interviewing everyone. Well, where should we go now?
That's what Clark Kent
If
does.
you don't mind,
in
how
Lois
about
Lane.
we stop by my home first? Besides, I still have all the materials we collected.
Sure, we wouldn't mind at all. This city is so huge, Paimon wouldn't know where to start anyway.
It's a ball. Looks like the fucking Protoss base. We're here, even though we technically been here a couple times already. But we're here. Alright, where do I gotta go? That way. Probably this is the closest. Go to where Lenny is.
This is our current abode. Ah, Fremine, you're home. Where did everyone else go? I have some new friends that I would like to introduce.
Oh, they all just went out a moment ago.
I see. Everyone is getting busier now that Father will be returning soon. I suppose that can't be helped. Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine. He is a phenomenal diver.
Oh, you guys are all siblings?
Hello.
He doesn't have cat ears though.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. Oh, you sound very proud to have a diver as a brother, Lenny.
What a talented family.
Lenny, could you come here for a moment?
What is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell me?
It's alright, go ahead. We'll just bum around the city for a bit. Oh, we didn't even move.
Okay, I see.
Is everything all right?
Oh, it's nothing. We were just discussing a little housework. Sorry for the interruption. Oh, before I forget, the Traveler and I collected more materials to make magic pockets. Were you able to get any, Fremine?
Yes, I went diving and gathered lots of materials. I was about to give them to you.
That's our Fremine, always quick with the underwater work. All right, I'll take these to the workshop.
It's raining. There's a slug person. It actually looks really cool. Like the lighting.
Looks like rain.
Oh, you're right. But wasn't it clear and sunny just a moment ago? Fontaine's weather sure is weird.
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on days where there are trials being held in the Opera House, but don't worry, it'll clear up soon enough.
Is it gonna be like when the god cries, it rains?
What's wrong, Fremine?
There's a legend about the rain that I tend to believe. It's said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Though we don't know where the dragon went, every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour out rain. When I was a child, my mother told me that if I wanted to go outside and play, I should yell toward the sky at the top of my lungs. Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
I guess another one of the dragons of Tibet.
If it's an elemental dragon, then having the power to make it rain wouldn't be very unusual. Let Paimon try something. Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept of romanticism. Or could at least play along.
Sorry. It might be because we've never met the Hydro Dragon. Perhaps it can't be comforted by the words of strangers.
So these guys don't know about... This is weird going through the story since I know a lot of stuff.
It rained for longer than I suspected.
Like I know about Neuvillette being one of the
it's already
7
getting late.
sovereign. Or he should be.
Was there something you needed to do, Linny?
Yeah, some preparations for the show at the Opera House. I need to find a way to catch the last aqua bus of the day. On the day of the performance, just ride the aqua bus to the island of 𝐅𝐸𝐴us. I'll have Lynette meet you at the fountain in front of the Opera House.
See you there.
Oh, are you leaving now?
What is it, 𝐼𝐸𝐴? I'm in a hurry. Oh, I get it. You feel nervous delivering the materials for the magic pockets, is that it? Perhaps we could trouble the Traveler to help us take these materials to the 𝐵𝐴umont workshop and deliver them to the owner there? I'm afraid that 𝐼𝐸𝐴 can be quite introverted, and the boss there tends to be pretty talkative. 𝐼𝐸𝐴 has always been a little afraid of her.
No trouble at all. Don't worry, we're on the case.
How bad could she be?
Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm quite useless when it comes to such tasks. I'll think of a way to make it up to you.
Teach me how to dive.
No need. This will be a walk in the park for us.
Even though I guess we already know how. Alright, go to the workshop. I guess this?
Yep.
Is it under this? Yeah, it is.
Hello? Is there anyone here?
Oh, hello there. New customers? Looking to buy, or do you need something made? Or perhaps you're just looking for a chat with me.
Oh no!
We can just do that?
Need to deliver some materials. Here they are. They're for making... what were they called again?
Ah, these must be for magic pockets. I could tell right away. I've already made several orders worth now.
Do we gotta pay?
No need. They've already prepaid several batches worth. When they told me what they'd be using them for, I even offered them a discount. But they insisted on paying the full amount, saying that I had a business to run. It seems both their hearts and their pockets are made of gold.
Wow. So, is Linny actually loaded?
I can't say for sure, but who knows? Maybe there's good money to be made being a magician in Fontaine.
Hey! Is this machine what you use to make stuff here? It looks really advanced.
Why use your hands when a machine can do the work? It would be a waste not to use the latest technology, and wasting is a kind of crime.
But where does a big machine like that get its power from?
Hydro?
Well, it's a little complicated. I'm not sure I can put it in layman's terms for you.
Is it like Hoover's Dam?
Basically, everything we usually use here in the city is powered by indemnitium. It's a type of energy that's produced from trials.
What the heck?
Huh? How can trials produce energy?
Well, I'm not completely sure of all the details myself, but basically, when a trial is in session, the 𝐷𝐸𝐴 mécanique d'analyse cardinale harvests people's
I
belief in
cannot say
justice
that.
and converts it into energy to be used all around Fontaine.
So that's what its other function is? Paimon heard heard that the Oratrice was created by the Archon to make judgments. But Paimon still doesn't get it. How could something unreliable like people's beliefs be turned into a stable power source for these machines?
Why, Venti and Nahida both said the gods rely on belief to obtain power.
Oh, yeah! So that means the Hydro Archon relies on the machine to take the energy created by belief and turn it into power for all of Fontaine, right?
Even though I've never heard anyone really put it that way before, it sounds like it makes sense. Besides Indemnitium, we have another type of energy called 𝙰𝐶𝐚𝐢𝐧𝐭. It isn't produced by the power of the Archon, but it is unstable by nature. Even now, it still cannot be widely used by civilians.
I thought I'd find you hard at work, but here you are chatting the day away. Since you're already talking, I'm sure you wouldn't mind a few words with me.
Are we finally gonna fight?
You again? Didn't I already promise you that I'd have the 𝐼𝐸 to Confrérie of Cabriere by next month? Why are you hounding me now?
Yeah, but how do we know that you won't go running off by the end of this month? I want 50% today. Wait, no, 70%.
Huh? You...
Seems business isn't so great for the workshop. We've already finished our job and delivered the materials. Maybe now's a good time to leave?
What? Seriously? We're just gonna leave?
Hey, hold on. Before you go around trying to collect payments,
oh, it's him.
Why don't you settle your own debts first? If Confrérie of Cabriere wants to poach clients from Northland Bank, that's fine. But I'm afraid you still owe the bank a hefty sum of mora. So why don't we work things out between us first, before you get back to your little conversation here?
Wait, so the Fatui are here too?
In Northland Bank. But we said we'll pay everything we owe next month. Why are you hounding me now?
Traveler, Paimon! I didn't think I'd run into you here in Fontaine. What are the chances?
Been a while.
What are you doing here in Fontaine? You didn't want to stay in Снежная?
You sure seem to have run into a lot of friends today.
Long story short, I've already been in Fontaine for some time now, and honestly, things have been pretty boring. But it seems that fate brought our paths together today. Not only will I have some good friends here now, but ones who always seem to find trouble.
I guess we're friends now?
Either way you look at
Weren't we enemies?
It seems things are going to get a lot more interesting now.
Sure
I remember doing the story quest, and yeah, we were kinda on okay terms at the end of that.
So far, right, Traveler?
I don't mind a little excitement every now and then.
Hey, you, Northland Bank boy. Aren't you forgetting something?
Don't interrupt. It's not often I run into the Traveler like this. Why don't you wait for me over there for a while?
You kidding? Aren't you the one looking for us? You really expect us to sit and twiddle our thumbs while you catch up with your friends?
Yeah.
Listen to me, boy. If you want your mora, fine. Why don't you come and take it?
Hey, I just said not to interrupt. Oh, by the way, Traveler, the last time I took Tonya and Tusser ice fishing, Tusser said,
"Hey, that's way over the line! All right, boys, let's see who has to pay up now!"
Can you at least let me finish one sentence? Fine. Though the bank told me not to get rough with our clients, you're the ones who started it. This is an act of self-defense. You two will have to be my witnesses, okay?
Sure.
I'm sure this won't take long.
He's gonna go into the... Nah, he doesn't need to go to that form. Hey, finally, combat! After like an hour. Okay, I remember this guy was very weird, because he has like both a melee and a bow. I'm not sure how you're supposed to play him, honestly. I think his ult changes too. Oh, we're done.
What's your deal, Brad? How are you so strong if you're just a staffer from Снежnaya's Northland Bank? Wait, don't tell me you're...
Oh, now you notice. It's a little late, don't you think? Just make sure you understand that you don't mess with Northland Bank. Got it?
What the hell just happened?
Now's my chance.
Oh yeah, he didn't. I mean, like the vision didn't matter for him.
Huh. That was weird.
Still has his combat skills. The basics of CQC. Are you feeling all right?
I'm not sure. It's as if I suddenly lost control of my hydro powers when I needed them. Maybe there's something wrong with my vision?
Strange. How could that happen? First time Paimon's ever heard of someone losing control of their vision.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. If I want to stay sharp, I shouldn't be relying too much on my vision anyway. Besides,
It's true.
I always have my delusion in case I need it.
Yeah, you better not use your delusion too often.
So what are you doing in Fontaine, child? I don't see its work for Northland Bank.
Well, I guess it's because I've been in a bad mood lately.
Huh? What kind of reason is that? Wait, since when do you feel down about anything?
I don't know. Maybe I still have a lot to learn about myself. But recently, there seems to be some sort of restless power stirring inside of me. And I don't know why, but every now and then I feel like I'm in a terrible mood.
Maybe you losing control of your vision just now is connected with that power you're feeling inside.
That is a possibility.
You got any idea where it came from?
I can't remember if I ever mentioned it before, but when I was 14, I fell into some unknown abyss. It was during that time I learned nearly all of my abilities. The one who took me under her wing and taught me was named 𝐷𝐿. She was always quiet and very mysterious. Nobody knew where she came from or what she had been through, and she was always very strict when teaching me combat techniques. One time, I asked her why she was willing to take me on as an apprentice. From what I could make of her answer, it was because I had awakened it, and traces of it remained on me. She said that all my combat training would be useful in the future.
But what is it? What did you awaken?
She never explained that, but my guess is that it's related to a dream I saw when I had just fallen into that abyss. In my dream, I was in the deepest depths of the sea, and the boundless seabed was all around me. But in front of me appeared a whale that was so massive, I felt like I couldn't breathe.
A whale? Oh, that sounds familiar! When we fought against you before, you summoned a huge
Oh, Jesus,
whale
yeah.
to leap at us.
I kind of do remember that.
That's just an abstract form of a whale that I create using my elemental powers. It takes that shape because the scene I dreamt of the whale has always been stuck in my mind. I'll never forget it.
So you used the whale as inspiration for one of your moves? Huh. Seems a little twisted to Paimon.
It's very possible that the power inside you is connected to your incident in the abyss. Isn't it the abyss? Like what our sister is part of?
Maybe she knows the answer.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master 𝐷𝐿 and that unknown abyss. But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing. There isn't even a trace of the place where I remember falling into the abyss.
Oh, it sounds like some kind of ghost story.
Yeah, I'm out of leads at this point, but there's nothing more I can do. It seems that strange encounters in this world tend to be elusive like that. Oh, seems the time really flies when I'm talking with you. I just remembered I have somewhere else I need to be. So
Oh, geez, yeah, I think it's daytime.
What?
Didn't we come here at nighttime?
No, it's more of a personal appointment. Lately, I've been sparring with some of Fontaine's official champion duelists whenever I'm feeling bored.
Official champion duelists? You mean it's their job to duel?
Yep, in Fontaine, before a criminal goes to court, they're given one chance to defend their honor by requesting a duel with an official champion duelist. The champion duelists are all powerful fighters selected from among the nation's best. And the duel itself is a no-holds-barred fight with no specified stopping point.
So until death?
Engaging in such a duel is regarded as a symbol of defending your honor. If a criminal manages to win the duel, they'll be acquitted. But if they lose, they'll have no choice but to stand trial. And the worst-case scenario is that you're simply killed in the duel. Though
well.
it's rumored that Fontaine has a death penalty, From what I can tell, no one has ever been officially sentenced to death. So really, the only people who opt to duel are those who have suffered a grave injustice in being accused, or those who greatly value their honor. Otherwise, why gamble with your life?
So, do many people actually get out of their trials by winning the duel?
Apparently, it's exceedingly rare for anyone to actually win. Fontaine probably enacted this system as a way to show that the nation respects the honor of its citizens. Besides, none of the champion duelists are to be trifled with, which is exactly why I was itching to face them as soon as I got to Fontaine. Apparently, the one I'm meeting today, Clorinde, is the strongest of the champion duelists. I had been asking her for some
she's the
time
strongest?
before she finally agreed to face me today.
Well, that's child for ya. Paimon feels like we heard that name somewhere before.
Yeah, I remember her. She was the very pretty lady with the Hydro icon.
Oh, before I forget, I want you to have this.
A vision?
Huh?
Oh shit, it really is.
Vision? You're seriously just giving it away?
I'm just worried that it could become uncontrollable again. I'd be pretty upset if it got in the way of my duel, so I think I'll be better off without it for now.
Cool.
Besides, I just need you to hold on to it for a short while. I'll come retrieve it when I have some time later.
Paimon knows what you're up to. You just want an excuse to come talk to us again, don't you?
Whatever gave you that idea?
Aww.
I'll be in touch later.
That sneaky guy. He said he's been feeling down lately, but he seemed the same as ever to Paimon. Well, since we don't have much to do for now, we might as well walk around and see the city before Lenny's performance.
You walk around, all around Cour de Fontaine. I butchered the hell out of that.
Wow! Who could have seen that coming? The reporter who was barely around for most of the story was the murderer all along!
Hey, don't blurt it out, Paimon. It's rude to spoil the mystery for everyone else.
Sorry. Paimon was just surprised, that's all. Whew. Paimon never saw that twist coming. The murder mystery novels here are amazing!
Who knew Paimon would enjoy reading?
The whodunits here in Fontaine are a lot different than the light novels you see from Yai Publishing House. Both have their merits, but Paimon thinks this style of novels are more, well, novel. It's so exciting to reach the moment when the mystery is uncovered, especially in the one Paimon
Oh my god, the cops.
You should buy a copy and read it too.
You already spoiled the ending.
Oh, sorry about that. Paimon will be more careful next time. Hey, shouldn't we be heading to the Opera House to see Lenny's performance soon? It's almost time for the show to start, so we should get going. Lenny said that the Opera House is on Aranillas, so let's go ride the Aquabus.
Alright, do we need to ride the bus? No, we could just teleport there. I've been here before. Is that the Opera House? I guess we still haven't met a slug person in the story.
The Opera at Eclairs. What a place to hold a performance. No wonder Lenny and Lynette were looking forward to it. Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
Oh, Archon, please bless us with a bright and healthy child. We pray.
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be happy as long as our child is healthy and lives a peaceful life.
I guess if they're our kid, then there's no doubt they'll turn out smart.
Maybe this is one of the customs in Fontaine. There sure are a lot of couples here.
Vache.
Who the heck?
What's wrong?
Vache. Vache.
Did you say something, Paimon?
No, Paimon didn't say anything. Are you hearing things?
Whose voice was that?
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water flowing through Fontaine converges here. It's customary for newlyweds to come here and wish for children.
Lynette! You scared Paimon! When did you get here?
Lenny asked me to wait here for you, remember?
Right.
By the way, Lynette, I seem to hear a faint voice just now.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here right now.
It seemed as if the voice was coming from the fountain.
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon, are you? Besides, it's the middle of the day. It's not the time for eerie things.
I see. I might be able to tell you something that could help explain the voice you heard. In fact, you might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that what you heard is a result of your hypersensitivity to the hydro element. Others in my family have had similar experiences.
It's because of his sensitivity to the hydro element? But what would hearing a voice have to do with elemental power?
When do you cry, Paimon?
Wait, what? What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. When do you cry?
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's super happy. Oh, and also when Paimon's really, really scared.
Then you should understand that tears contain your most intense emotions. Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of 𝐿 is where all the flowing water in Fontaine converges. Even the tears that fall to the ground will eventually gather here. So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
That's an interesting explanation,
So, what did the voice say?
said Bashir.
If you were hearing their emotions, then Paimon wonders what happened to them.
Rather than worrying about them, we should worry about my brother first. Don't let that calm look of his fool you. He tends to get pretty nervous just before a performance. So chatting with Lenny might help him relax a little before he goes on stage.
Oh, right. That makes sense. Let's go in and see Lenny.
Shoo! Can I steal? No, I can't steal the coins. Alright, let's go. Oh yeah, the dogs look very weird too. Like the hair is shaped as the helmet. Well, for this one. Hey man, you're not gonna explain what you are? Take a guess, will Monsieur Neuvillette preside over the next trial? Will Lady Farina make an appearance? Tell me about Neuvillette. Right, so he's our Chief Justice, the one who brought us 𝐿𝐿. Ah, fuck, I got the autoplay. He's always very busy with work, and can only preside over some cases. And his subordinates in the Mason or Daily handle the rest. But no matter how busy he is, he will still greet us when he sees us, just as he's done for several hundred years now. He's frickin' old. Could you tell me about Farina? Lady Farina's very lovely, like the soft sea foam reflecting in sunlight. But her temper is, well, she's hard to read. Sometimes she's like a tempestuous waves, and other times like stagnant water in a deep pool. I guess gods have more intense emotions than humans, huh? Thanks, buddy. What is this organ?
Paimon, good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to it.
I can tell, judging by how early you've arrived. But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet, which means now is the perfect chance for us to take you to the best seats in the house. Wait just a moment. I'll fetch the tickets.
Hooray! Are we gonna get those weird glasses thing? They're like telescopes?
The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved your seats, and here are your tickets.
Ooh, front row seats! Thanks, Lenny!
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thanking me.
Hey, Lenny! Could you come over here and take a look at this?
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there. That's 𝐁, my assistant, calling me. I'll go lend him a hand.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll just go to our seats. You go ahead, Linny.
Where's Lynette? I guess she went back with Linny. Is it up here? Oh shit, this is more what I thought it was gonna look like. Damn, this fucking thing's huge. Yeah, this does look like an opera house. Like, even has the half circle second floor seating. Oh, what'd I do? I guess I made it.
Oh, these should be our
Wait,
seats.
isn't that 𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐿𝐴?
Let's sit down.
Yeah, it is him, isn't it? Was this awkward?
Hey, Traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us.
Oh, come on, let me.
Sitting together.
I want to talk to 𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐿𝐴. I want to see what type of character he is.
Still, it's kind of awkward if we don't say anything.
You're up, Paimon, I guess.
Of course you put this on Paimon.
Excuse me.
Oh my god, it
I
is.
did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry. I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
Yee.
Oh, so you heard all of that, did ya? Boy, you sure have good ears. Paimon thought she was keeping her voice down.
You don't really.
Wait, that's not it. Paimon's sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude.
Damn, look at him cross his legs.
So, let's talk. But, what should we talk about?
This is getting even more awkward.
Oh, Paimon's got it. You're also here early and sitting in the front. Are you a friend of Linny's too?
I thought he would have a special seat.
Well,
Because
if
he's
Mr.
the
Linney
Chief
would
Justice.
like to be my friend, I would be more than happy to reciprocate.
Oh, so you're not friends with Linny then? Oh, this is getting more awkward by the second. Paimon nearly forgot to make her introduction. Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine.
Sup?
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds across Teyvat. And as required by proper etiquette, I will also introduce myself. I am...
Oh, Monsieur 𝐼𝐵𝐿𝐴. What an honor it is to have you here to see my show.
What? Why'd you add an R?
Ah, Mr. Linney. I should say it is in fact an honor for me to see your performance in person.
Wait, 𝐼𝐵𝐿𝐴? Could he be...
Is that how you're supposed to say his name? There's an R?
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who Monsieur 𝐼𝐵𝐿𝐴 is. Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice. That seat is always reserved for him.
Yeah, that's where I thought he would be.
That he's the symbol of justice and honesty here in Fontaine.
Whoa! Sorry for being so rude just now. Paimon had no idea you were such an important person.
Don't put us in jail.
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not so special, really. And by the way, I should probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to. There's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking a pose for quite a while now.
Was she really there?
I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant and impressive first impression. So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later. Otherwise, she may become flustered.
Hey, lady.
Huh? Oh, it's Furina, the Hydro Archon. Huh. She sure has a smug and satisfied look on her face. Guess she has no idea that you saw right through her act.
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention. We may now enjoy the show.
What the hell?
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro Archon?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Wouldn't you think it'd be the
Please wait
reverse
just a
since
moment
she's the
longer.
Archon?
I've pretty much finished my preparations, and the performance will start as soon as the audience has made their way to their seats.
He seems more like an Archon.
Finally about to start! Paimon can hardly wait! Paimon's never seen a real live magic show before!
The crowd enters the venue, and the curtains open for the show to begin. Not yet. You can see us down there.
Ooh, they're dimming the lights! The show must be starting!
Shush, Paimon.
Sorry. Paimon will try to stay quiet.
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Linny. And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's give her a warm welcome.
Hello, everyone.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all. So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today. Both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show. That way, even the
I'm watching a magic show right now.
Oh, good point. That's what makes the show real magic.
Now, without further ado, let the show begin. Lynette will now exit the stage to make some preparations. I know you might miss her, but don't
Fontaine
worry,
is pretty
she'll be
interesting.
coming right back on
I'm digging
stage
it. Like the music and the whole
Perhaps
town
in an
itself is really cool to me.
unexpected way. I'm sure she'll
How's
be
it going with
stealing
you?
the spotlight soon enough. Oh, and before I forget, there's one more thing I should say. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless.
Are you caught up to the, like, in Genshin? Oh, projects. What are you working on? That is floating.
Huh?
Nah, yeah, I'm playing other stuff. Right now I'm trying to catch up in Genshin. Is the thing. Like, I recently finished Baldur's Gate.
These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky.
Oh, that sucks, man.
Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes. It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top.
Are you from California? I'm from the Northeast.
Oh no!
I guess the other side of the
to check
coast.
all the props carefully.
Like the other coast.
With the lid on, even air can't escape.
This is the
An
Houdini
amateur
magic trick, I
magician would
think.
be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do. Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Uh-huh.
How the heck did you get out of that? In general, I don't know. Maybe just a few months.
What in the world just happened? How did he do that? Paimon didn't see him do anything. Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then reappear out of nowhere?
No wonder he's a famous magician.
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are still lacking. To appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intentionally hidden.
Guess you're right. Paimon couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette reappeared. Amazing!
Thank you everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that performance. But our magical journey has only just begun. I've prepared even more astonishing surprises for everyone here. The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen.
He's got a cat. Yeah, I don't think there's
many of you are thinking that escaping the
like
water
stuff
tank
gets
was
well for me.
impressive
Stuff gets
enough.
deleted. I
But
think on
Lynette
Twitch
is still
for
my assistant after all.
after 2 weeks. I think it is.
In which case, I have ample time to make all necessary preparations. So, for my next trick, I will require the participation of one lucky audience member. Please, if my assistants could bring out the magical boxes now. There are 2 boxes and only 2 boxes. One is here.
Probably.
And
I
one is
definitely
there
have
in
to
the
change some
aisle
stuff
among
on
the
it.
audience. I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next magic trick. A swap! Our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute, we will each emerge from the opposite box. Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box you see here. Don't give me any chance to make a move.
Wow! How's he gonna do this? Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have actual superpowers?
Let's watch and see.
The lucky audience member will be generated by this random number selector. It selects numbers entirely at random. Even I don't know who will be chosen to participate.
Yeah, I do, but I don't really have like a.
Let's begin.
I don't have like a server. I think it is. I know my friend does use a server when he streams.
Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations! You now have the chance to experience magic firsthand for an entire minute. Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside the magic box. I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged everything for you to be as comfortable as possible. You don't need to do anything, but no matter what strange things may happen, don't come out of the box. If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even find yourself in the fortress of Meropide.
Oh.
That's the prison?
Okay.
All right. Before I enter the magic box, there is one more thing I need to ask the audience to do. Could you all give me a countdown? Like this. 60, 59, 58. Just keep counting down. You can go a little faster or slower if you like.
I'll look it up at Discord
I won't be
after
able to see
after
anything
this.
in the pitch black box, so I'll be relying on your voices to know when time is up. Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
Ooh! Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him say that!
I'm sure Linny's prepared.
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. You still can't be trusted. Let's practice together. Come on, repeat after me. 60, 59, 58.
60, 59, 58!
That's right, perfect. Keep it going. All right, I'll see you all on the other side once you've finished counting.
54,
Mine, I'm pretty sure is the same as like
Why aren't you counting, Neverlet?
the Twitch, like my
I'm
Twitch name.
counting in my head.
It's just I don't remember the
I
name,
think
the
things are
numbers
exciting
after
enough
though.
in here as it is. Merely a consequence of my identity and personality. Do not worry about me. Just enjoy the show.
Oh, alright. You look so serious that Paimon thought you might be feeling uncomfortable or something. 40, 39, 38!
Mr. Linney, are you all right in there? Is everything ready?
Yes, I'm fine, I'm just double-checking the direction of the magic. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong places. For example, mid-air right above the audience.
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all.
It's part of the show. What the heck?
What was that noise? Did you hear it too?
Did it come from the stage?
Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't seem like anyone's worried about it.
25! 24! 23! What's wrong, Mr. Linney? I can still hear you moving in there.
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration. I'm trying to fix it, but it's pitch black in here. I can't tell left from right.
Never mind the decorations. There's no time for that. The show is what's important.
No, that's unacceptable. I want my show to be perfect. Don't worry, we still have 20 seconds. Hear them counting?
19! 18! 17!
It seems things aren't quite going as planned. I apologize, everyone. It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's alright. I know it can be tiring to do such a long countdown. 10 seconds and change is still plenty of time.
10!
Almost there now. Whew. Swapping two people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait! Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. Try again.
7!
Hey, slow down! Honestly!
5! 4! 3!
Whoops! That doesn't count!
0!
Ta-da!
What about the other one? Okay. Oh damn, he's dead?
Huh? Is this part of the show? Mr. Lenny, you're going to use magic to fix the stage now, right?
What happened?
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was still in that box, right?
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the scene and detain all the performers. Seal the exits. No one is allowed in or out at this time.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of some scheme, then those accountable will not escape the judgment of the God of Justice.
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough.
What the hell happened?
Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box.
Oh damn, he did die.
His name was 𝐼𝐸, one of the assistants in Linny's magic troupe. Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage. As of now, we are still not sure why we found 𝐼𝐸 in the box, rather than the guest from the audience. And after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is nowhere to be found. It appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the performance. And there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances of young women.
The serial disappearances case?
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned before.
And to pull it off like this in front of an audience, including the Archon and the Chief Justice. Huh.
I know the truth. I can see through the whole thing. Really, using such a shallow and obvious mystery as his finale. Did he really underestimate us that badly? I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Linney, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
Huh? Why me? This whole thing was an accident.
No, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being chosen, did she not? The deceased is one of your assistants, is he not? Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians making things disappear was nothing more than a provocation, a bald-faced challenge.
That can't be right. How can Linney do this?
He didn't.
He was in the box on the stage the entire time. We can even hear his voice. Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances. He couldn't possibly mean catching himself.
He's just a suspect.
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against Mr. Linney and his associates, and that you are pressing charges?
Huh? I just think that he... Well, I think it might be a little early to talk about...
Why are you all shy now?
pressing
What?
charges.
But what Lady Farina said just now makes perfect sense. Looks like she's gonna personally deliver justice.
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a magic show. Lady Farina said it all.
I mean, of course, my dear people. But what excites me even more than the obvious truth before our eyes is the opponent I'll be facing. That's right. I mean you, Traveler. You'll support Linney, won't you? After all, he was the one who helped you the first time we met.
Yeah, I trust him.
Then there's no problem at all. You know, the Traveler and I already had a duel the first time we met. But with Linney's help, our little duel ended in a draw. But draws really are the most boring possible outcome. So, no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser. And what better place to hold such a riveting showdown and decide the true victor than here, on the grandest of stages, the Opera Epiclese.
Huh. It wasn't a draw. She obviously lost last time.
Well, I mean, we cheated.
Understand. Charges have now been pressed, and as such, a trial is in order. Well, Traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights. But putting her dramatic rhetoric aside for a moment, I would like to ask you, are you willing to act as Mr. Linney's attorney?
What the hell is frickin' Ace Attorney? Yeah, sure, I trust him.
Very well. The trial will be held a day from now in the Opera House. Both sides may investigate the scene to build their cases and search for the truth. Linney and his troupe are all potential suspects and shall remain within the Opera House. The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion once they have been cleared by the guards.
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this big shot Outlander can build in such a short amount of time. I'm really quite looking forward to hearing it.
Everyone is dismissed and the audience begins to leave along with Farina and Neuvillette.
Sorry about everything that happened just now. Were you frightened?
Of course! Who wouldn't be scared after witnessing an accident like that?
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up myself. How could this happen? And poor Cal. I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me, do you think I could possibly be the murderer?
No, what?
Good to hear. Thank you so much for trusting me. I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. But if you ask me, the whole thing is mysteries layered upon mysteries, such that all that's left is confusion. I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not, And I don't know why poor Cal was in the box. As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, I'm afraid I don't have any answers either. If someone tampered with my performance, then we need to figure out what they did. Even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate. As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been
Where the
that which
frick
is
did you get those glasses? Yeah.
Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop in the city earlier. Pretty cool, huh? Don't worry, Paimon used her own savings to buy them. It wasn't from our travel funds.
I think they look cute on you, Paimon.
You have good taste, Lynette.
That's the right attitude. Feeling depressed isn't going to help me now. I need to get back to my normal self. But with the guards watching our every move, it's going to be especially difficult for Lynette and I to prove our own innocence. Good thing you agreed to be our attorneys. Thanks for that. We'll be counting on you.
Do I even have a badge?
Yes, thank you so much.
I won't let you down.
Yeah, just leave it to us. Oh, since we're going to start investigating, Paimon has a question first. Where did Lynette go during the performance?
Oh, well, I'm afraid that would involve some of our essential trade secrets as magicians.
The secrets behind our magic are past saving.
Yeah, man, we're going to court.
I suppose you're right. The truth behind our tricks is going to be important evidence that will be weighted during the trial. 'Tis truly a pity. As a magician, our magic show is a work of art. We've poured countless hours and spared no effort in perfecting it. But if revealing our secrets will help you uncover the truth behind what happened, then it will be well worth it. We should go somewhere else if we're going to discuss our magic tricks. We'll go speak with the guards, and in the meantime, you can go investigate the stage and the seating areas.
Alright, let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still here. Detective Paimon is on the case!
Are we actually going to find evidence?
Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
Where are the attorneys?
I see. You must be the traveler that Lady Farina mentioned. Listen, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'd avoid getting mixed up in this whirlpool of a mess if I were you.
Well, too late now.
What do you mean?
Come with me and you'll see. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troupe long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked him. The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowl inside it.
Yeah, wasn't the girl supposed to be in there?
This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and were unable to find any traces of the girl. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned by the pyrotechnics on stage, causing them to snap. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this as a mere accident. If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Linny is the most likely person to have access to all these areas.
But he doesn't have a motive!
Are you both good friends of his?
I guess. We just met.
You can't say we're good friends, but we've known each other for a little while.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince you to act as his attorneys. I know there's no such thing as magic. The real trick of a magician is holding the audience in the palm of their hand. I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence.
But that's not always true?
Sorry, I tend to be pretty straightforward. Just know that I'm warning you for your own good. Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourselves if you're curious. Who knows, maybe you'll be able to come up with some new evidence.
You can use the case record to confirm your current evidence and clue collection. Okay. Check undiscovered evidence and clues in the records. Will tell me where they are. Use perception. Clues, invest. Cowl. I actually gotta equip that? No, it's not here. Okay. This is where the magic box was struck. If Cowl wasn't inside the box at that moment, he might have dodged that thing. Actually, is there anything in the audience? No.
So this is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks?
So either Linny didn't realize this was a safety concern, or...
Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler?
Look at where the rope was snapped.
Whoa. Look! This bit is made from different material! Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left.
So it's flammable.
Huh. So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind of material in it, then that means... Wait, why don't you write all this down? Let's take notes.
Special rope. This rope was used to suspend the water tank. The investigation was shown that the location where the rope snapped was made of flammable material. Okay. What is this one? Oh, the box. The water tank must have struck it really hard. Not much I could do with that? Yeah, I guess not. I guess it's just the people now.
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have still made his move then?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation. What were you saying about the number selector? There's something wrong with it?
You're trying to help them? That'll be a tall order.
Linny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right? The lucky girl that later disappeared. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away for further inspection.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. The machine picks that same number every time. I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial or some performance. In other words, Linny knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
That much checks out. Linny reserved our seats for us too.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
Well, thanks, man.
Even though it's bad for Linny's case, Paimon had better write it down.
Oh, it's been tampered, okay. It's not random. Just that person left? Yeah.
Hello there. What are you investigating?
Oh, this location has also been cordoned off because the Magic Troupe members are currently considered prime suspects. The investigation team is still collecting evidence. The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list.
Could you tell us who she is?
Sure, it's not like this is confidential information. We will publish it later anyway when we petition the public to help us find the missing person. Her name is 𝐅𝐨𝐧𝐭𝐚𝐢𝐧𝐿. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself.
Painter, huh?
Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her decide to come see the magic show. The Magic Troupe members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest with the suspects. Simply put, she wasn't related to the Magic Troupe at all, which matches the features of the previous serial disappearances.
Were the victims of previous cases also chosen at random?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other connections between them.
Okay then.
Well, thanks for letting us know.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, please be sure to contact us. It is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these disappearances.
No connection with the magic group. No scissor. The only thing left is here, right? Yeah, there is in the audience. Okay. Alright, what about the box? Moved it instantly, being inside. How do they do it?
I see that you're investigating the area. Well, it just so happens that I'm interested too. If you find any new and interesting leads, be sure to share them with me, alright?
Who are you?
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
Then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first? The way I see it. And I'll start it with that loud thud.
The thud? Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
Yes, exactly. It wasn't terribly loud, but I suspect that most people heard it. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Lenny's trick with bated breath, so no one paid it much mind. But now that the incident has happened, the thud has become an important clue.
That makes sense. So, what do you make of it?
I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Lenny's accomplice. Lynette, perhaps. Jumping atop the water tank, or something like that. And when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope, sending the water tank crashing down.
Wait, wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing.
Then wouldn't the water tank have started swinging?
Oh, that's true. I suppose...
Plus, the rope was burned, not
must
cut.
Reconsider.
That does remind Paimon, though. What was with that sound?
Strange sound.
Lenny's still talking to the guards. It seems he'll have a lot of explaining to do. I think someone will be assigned to monitor us later, but that's alright. Lenny's still talking to the guards.
I can't.
I think someone...
Oh. I thought there was something there. In the lobby?
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here! I've been keeping an eye on you for a while now.
Who the hell are you?
Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No? And by the looks of it, you're not from Fontaine.
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
Have you never heard of the 𝐼𝐸?
Nope.
From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, 𝐼𝐸 does it. And I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president. Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm 𝐼𝐸. Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are under my purview.
Huh? Boss? Demoiselle? What gives with the names?
Well, I am the second generation president. 𝐼𝐸 and the others are still used to my previous title.
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that.
No, no need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
Okay, if you say so. Not that we're members of 𝐼𝐸 anyway.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand.
You want to investigate as well?
That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time. Judging from the look of things, I find Lyney an unlikely mastermind.
Really? We think so too! That's why we're looking for clues now. But how did you come to that conclusion?
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition.
Okay.
Furina sure was quick to point the finger at Lyney without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she?
Yeah.
But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the Justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Furina was going to back down in that situation.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro Archon.
Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her.
Yeah.
All right, I've answered your question. Now, it's time you answer mine.
Wait a minute, did that answer count?
Well, I say it does. But don't worry, you won't hear any pointless questions from me. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
Nah, it's kind of weird.
Well?
And why would that be?
Well, something serious like a trial shouldn't be treated for entertainment.
See, Silver and Louis? I told you they'd be different.
Most astute of you, demoiselle. I too think that the Traveler's response was most excellent. No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on stage here must be based in fact. And if that can be done, boss, then...
All right, that's quite enough, Maloose. Anyway, I like your answer. You pass with flying colors.
Cool.
Now, I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall commence. You two shall be my assistants.
But we're the attorneys, what?
Wait! Since when did we become assistants?
Oh, well, I can be the assistant. Sure. Or your companion, if you like. I'm really not that fussy.
That's more like it.
Okay. Seems you've already agreed.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in uncovering the truth. You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we wish to unravel the disappearances. In this sense, our goals are aligned.
You have a point. Huh. You're quite the talker, aren't you, mister? And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something.
He's got a name.
I have nothing to add.
Alright.
Oh, alrighty then.
We'll be making some preparations first. Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Lyney's tricks. Thanks!
Actually, could you guys? Nah. Here? Oh, you. Hello.
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment. If you wish to leave, you must register your identity with us first.
No, we're not leaving. We're representing Lyney and Lynette as attorneys, so we're investigating the case. Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes, after the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out must undergo a strict inspection. So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here, at least not from that point on.
What about during the show?
I doubt there was much opportunity then either.
How can you be so sure,
Well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time. I couldn't see Lyney's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my luck.
Well, I mean, a man died, so.
I did not abandon my post, and I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if they had tried to leave. We Melusines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
So, it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here. Alright, thank you for your help. This'll be useful info.
Entrance and exits. No one left the opera house during the magic show. There's no emergency exit or whatever. There's gotta be another.
Of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Lenny's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go see, shall we?
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making notes as necessary.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat as a gift for you if I could.
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
You've arrived. Who's this?
Me? I'm 𝐼𝐸𝐴𝐺𝐸 guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and will be helping investigate this whole situation. And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by me.
Oh, new helpers? I would be most grateful.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind magic performed on such a large scale.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for this switcheroo trick.
There's
But
a
before
hatch.
I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here? I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
Huh. Weren't there balloons and other decorations here? Where did all that go?
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering the answer.
Just the back of the door isn't the same.
The back? You mean the inside of the door? What's different about it? Paimon didn't notice anything.
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get?
There's another box inside this one?
Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works as we head down.
Oh, so there was a passageway under the magic box!
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place. The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2 entrances of the tunnel. See this flatbed trolley? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
I see. So that's the purpose of the box inside another box.
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
And they wouldn't notice them being moved at all? And then what about you?
Right. You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the end.
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect. My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
And what about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting.
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change
Wait,
of clothes
what?
and no one can tell who's who. And that's my favorite
But she has
part
what?
of this
She
trick.
looks nothing
Only
like you
Lynette
though.
and I can perform it.
So that's how it all worked. Wow. Every detail you revealed was more amazing than the last.
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending. And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would.
Right.
But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
We really don't know how that happened.
Well, it must happen here, right?
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off. And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime. Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more leads.
This is the scene of the crime, so Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
Oh, I get it, because he's a
Thanks,
magician.
everyone. We're counting on you.
The magic trick. And the box. The audience side of the box. Okay, there's a... Where is it? Yeah, there's a switch here. Oh, that's for the trolley. Okay.
What's this?
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh? There's all kinds of odds and ends here.
Lenny didn't mention this.
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick. But why would it have been left here?
Whatever it is, let's make a note of it first.
Just looks like a grapple hook. Hooked rope. The ladder? Yeah, to get back up there.
Oh, these are the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing, right? Her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to be found.
Lenny didn't mention the guest having a wardrobe change.
Right. And do you really need to do that if you're kidnapping them?
Why do your glasses have the swirly thing now?
This is so confusing. Paimon doesn't want to be a detective anymore.
Her clothes.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which, why would there be water here?
I don't think it's for the trick.
Paimon knows. It's one of those tricks where you pour water into a jug and then flip the jug over only for the water to disappear. And here's a broken vase. Huh. Did the trolley knock it down while moving?
That can't be. The trolley moves along tracks from start to finish. It couldn't have hit the vase at this distance.
Let's note this down too and think about it later.
Broken vase. What about the vent?
What is this place?
Looks like a vent.
It seems someone could fit through here.
Huh. Could this have been the suspect's escape route?
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with them, the space would be too narrow.
But there are no other ways in or out of here.
Oh.
Oh, you're right! Let Paimon write that down.
Tunnel vent. A person could go through, but 2 people's unrealistic.
Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Yes. Let's head back up.
Let me up.
Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once 𝐼𝐿 returns. It seems to me that there are several things that don't add up here.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the vent leads to the Opera House's basement. The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the performance or after the incident, and no one was found hiding there.
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber then! You know, like the kind you usually see in novels!
The plot thickens. Halsey's disappearance and Cowell's death are both quite inexplicable. No wonder Furina was so confident in her accusation. All the current evidence points toward Lyney and Lynette.
It's obviously
in other
not
words,
them.
The charges are very likely to be upheld unless we make some considerable progress.
Charges and then trial. So if the charges are upheld, they'll announce a sentence?
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. During the proceedings, the Chief Justice and the Oratrice will hear statements from both sides.
The machine too?
That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced. The statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witness testimonies, and even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the Oratrice. To put it simply, it's as if the Oratrice has its own will, and is a judge in its own right.
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. And not that this has ever happened anyway.
Yeah, he seems like a stand-up guy.
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. This, too, will be used by the Oratrice as a reference. Then, finally, the Oratrice will be consulted by officials. The result it returns is the will of justice itself.
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually decides? Paimon thought Neuvillette called the shots.
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment, which is why people have great faith in the Chief Justice. Ah, yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place before the trial.
Oh, well.
Why?
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies. That makes us persons related to the case.
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties, or that we might find outside help to disrupt the case. And even if that were not so, it could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
What?
Whoa, there's no need for that. Paimon thinks they have a point. That said, are they providing food?
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
Hey man, free food's free food.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some of Fontaine's famous desserts, too. I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings than over some tea and sweets?
Huh. Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all. Just kidding! Paimon will still do her best, even if there are no snacks.
What do you mean, no snacks. Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
Huh? Here? But how?
Understood, demoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
How the hell did you have this?
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the demoiselle's baking needs whenever the fancy strikes her.
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment. You'll get to taste my awesome snacks soon enough.
These three are quite the interesting group.
Must be their thing. Handles the ingredients and pulls out fresh macaroons.
And Paimon thought it smelled good while it was still in the oven. Oh, it's even better now. Paimon can't stop drooling. From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them do more during the baking process. But you ended up doing the entire thing by yourself. Beating the egg whites, grinding almonds, everything.
I was applauding.
Okay, cool.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
Paimon was just thinking, aren't you worried about getting your fancy dress dirty, beating egg whites and baking like this?
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano. I just really enjoy making snacks. Don't underestimate beating egg whites, by the way. It's a real arm workout. You also need to beat them to just the right consistency, or your macarons will crack. Anyway, give these a try, fresh out of the oven. There's 3 for each of us.
Only 3?
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head. You wouldn't be able to think clearly about the case on a sugar rush, would you?
Tea is ready to be served as well. This is Demoiselle's favorite, strong black tea with a floral fragrance that clears the mind and lifts the spirit.
Why don't you guys take a break as well?
No need for concern. I'm merely doing as I should.
All right then. Down to business. As Paimon mentioned previously, the tunnel seems to be something of a secret chamber. However, we can assume that Lyney and Lynette were not alone within it. Some criminal also occupied its sealed confines. The magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course, but they lack any logical motive.
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
So apart from the twins, we're left with 2 other people, the missing girl and the deceased.
The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel, resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction. Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real trouble is...
There's no evidence of this third person.
True. None of the clues we found thus far support the existence of this third person. But the only people left to consider are both technically victims, whether it's the missing girl, Halsey, or poor Cowell.
Huh. Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props in order to murder Cowell before making her escape?
Why would she want to kill him? But she had no way of knowing how the trick worked, yeah. That's true.
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull it off. Nor does she have any motive. The guards said that she has never had any dealings with the Magic Troop's members.
Were we not thorough enough in our search? From the sound of things, this is turning into an impossible case. Your macarons are amazing though, Navia. They smell great! They're nice and crisp and super sweet!
They are my specialty after all. And I see you've already had 5 of them.
What the heck? It was supposed to be 3 each.
What? 5? Oh, that can't be right. Paimon only counted 3, honest!
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good thing.
No. Being greedy is one thing, but Paimon knows how to count. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough.
I mean, if you ate them, you ate them.
Wait, even you don't believe Paimon? How could you? If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they turn into stone in her stomach!
All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us might have gotten too engrossed in our chat and eaten them by mistake. No big deal. 𝐼𝐸, set up the stove again if you would.
Huh? What are you doing?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
There's really no need.
Exactly. We don't want to trouble you.
As you wish, demoiselle.
And I have the egg, sugar, and almonds.
Well, this really is your hobby, huh?
Making 2.
Well, that's it for snack time. I'm going to have another look around the area. I don't know what we're looking for yet, but we've still got some time. As attorneys, I suggest the 2 of you think the case over again. It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the trial.
Alright, thanks for your help, and for the snacks.
It was nothing. A small task for the 𝐼𝐸. Silver, 𝐼𝐸, it's time to go. I'll be back if I find anything new.
3rd person. Right until the trial.
It's time to put our heads together. We've got to get our defense ready for the trial. Oh, it's probably gonna be a long and difficult case. There's no point in worrying about that now. We just need to prepare.
Do I have that evidence thing? Damn it, I want to go through my bag. Where would it be? Oh, here it is.
Whoever the murderer was, these people needed to register and reserve a seat for the show. That, combined with this number selector, could allow you to pick a young lady instead of some old fogey.
You don't need to insult a fucking a random ass old lady. Flammable.
This is probably a prop too. Oh, looks like it could hook onto a lot of things, like the traveler's fishing rod.
Well, I guess this and this are the same thing, right?
This flower vase is probably a prop for the show. But it also could have been used in the crime. Paimon doesn't get this at all. You think about it for a bit, traveler.
Let me up.
Here, take Paimon's notes. They should help you review the situation.
There's no other ropes. Oh well. I think later today I'll be back on to do the case. Right now I gotta head out and do some errands. I think it's a good stopping point because I think literally we just gotta wait for the actual trial. Alright, but that's gonna be it for today. Bye bye.